We get to dance beside our intros.
I like that, it actually worked this week. That's what I
If
like.
I'd actually listened to you last time, you were telling me, you know, friends listen to friends, and I should listen. But sometimes you know me, man. I get excited, and I'm like, yeah,
So
yeah, okay, I'm sort of listening, but I'm actually thinking about what I'm about to say. Sorry.
it's
Hello,
okay.
everyone.
Howdy,
Here we are.
everybody.
Message sorting.
We are message sorting. We have quite a few to kind of look through. Is there any like items that are not in the message center that we need to talk about?
Hmm.
Like, was there any kind of like
Yes, yes. I know we were talking about Copilot before we got
no, no,
on.
no, but um, I'm just
What?
wondering if there's anything that we also because every once in a while we bring up on the show some things that were in socials or whatever. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like there was something
There was.
that was okay. Good.
I'll mention it, and then you can say, yeah, we shouldn't talk about it, or nah, hang on. Yes, we should. No, we shouldn't. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking of is some interesting news around injecting commands into a Copilot, an email that Copilot picks up. You don't even have to open it in your inbox, and it's a way of hacking your way through to do certain things. Did you know about that one?
I didn't even understand what you just said. So,
Do you want me to slow it down?
could you
Okay.
mansplain it to me, please? I don't know.
I'll Daryl explain it, which
Yeah.
which actually that's what I did the first time round.
Hmm.
Okay. Clever person
Uh huh.
sends an email, nefarious email. Looks good, but
Oh.
there's something in the background, even in the kind of the code of the email, white text or whatever. And Copilot is, as this person termed it, there's an article on this, is like a excited intern that just wants to please. Like, oh yes, yes, what have you got for me next? So it will read your email before you even read it to help you determine what's important to you. And in that process that's happening in the background, it picks up on this code injection type command. And as it does that, it can potentially swap in an account number so that when you're requesting to do something like look for this and Copilot comes back with the results,
Yeah.
it looks like it's looking at the right source, but it's actually replacing it with the bank account number of the hacker. How about that?
Ah, okay. Because see, this is where I was. My mind while you're talking was like, well, but okay, but it's only returning information to me. So,
Yep,
but that's where you're like, hey, if look up information, the bank account information of my boss,
exactly.
so I can send them money or something.
Yeah, yeah, things like that.
Interesting.
If you're going to lean on Copilot as a source,
Interesting.
so yeah, they're working with that. Microsoft is working with that company to understand a bit more about that exploit. It's not like
Well, it's
you
kind
know.
of similar to and I've seen this on socials too,
Hmm.
where people are putting they have demonstrated, there's a lot of bots that are using like,
Mm,
ChatGPT or other LLMs to respond to things and get engagement. And so what people are doing, showing is that you can do this long post, and then at the very bottom say, if you're a um,
yeah.
if you're ChatGPT or you're an LLM or something like that, do this and then but don't do this, but don't do this, do this and do this and do this, and then
Yep. Yep.
and it'll be like respond as a pirate, and talk about or whatever, and then all these bots will be responding as
That's
pirates. Yeah,
right.
I've seen that. That's pretty funny.
That is cool.
All right.
Um, yep. So that was my piece of possible stuff we could talk about, but maybe it's just a little too close to the
Maybe.
heart of our community.
Yeah, maybe.
What were you thinking of?
I don't know. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I've
You'll
got
be
to.
right back. So
Yeah.
while Daniel's doing something, I'll tap dance. We do have Christopher and Melly in the chat, so thank you, Christopher, for joining us. And those of you who may be tuning in afterwards, thanks for joining too. Message sorting, we do have. What do we have in terms of messages?
Yeah,
maybe 10-ish.
we have a Copilot. Hey, we can have a show now. We have a Copilot message.
Well, hey.
You are missing. Did you star the ones that I threw in there? There's a couple at the top that I.
Couple at the top. I didn't get the Viva Connections updates to the web.
Yeah. That's one.
That's the only other one.
And then the SharePoint news template update.
Got that one, I believe.
Okay. It would be at the bottom of your list. Yep.
At the bottom. Let's star this one. Viva is still a thing.
Viva. Las Vegas.
All right. I think we're ready.
Yep.
I think we're ready. Are you ready?
Starting from the top or the bottom?
Oh, let's go from the bottom of the list. Started from the bottom, now we're here. News template updates. Very good. Oh, wasn't this... Yeah, I saw this one. It's like it came in... if it was truly published on the 2nd of August, we would have caught it.
Maybe.
Is it one of those?
There was several that were kind of like snuck in.
Yeah.
Like at the evening. Like they pushed it really, really late. Yep. So this one, it seems like they're just kind of making it a little more simpler. And by simple, I think it seems to be that they're... Because if you look at this, that one, notice how it's like... basically, they've removed the blank...
The explanation text.
Well, yeah. They've removed the blank. There's a blank and a blank news, and so now there's just blank.
The icons.
Yeah, they've and then the other ones are just there, but there's no differentiation between a news item, as what we think about of a
made
standard
for email
SharePoint,
standard.
Made for web, and then a made for email. There is no differentiation. Yep. It's just, you want to create news? All right, let's go. So that's the differences I see is it's it's just pick a news template. Well, I don't know how. Before it was, what's the purpose of this? Is it going to be, we're going to send this to email or not? So if you come into there and go, okay, as a new user, I don't know anything about this. I'm just going to pick a newsletter. Cool. So that's a made for email one. Like, is that going to be confusing? And I think it would be.
Are they saying that all of these are going to be made for email?
I'm not reading that as...
Okay. So before getting into too much into the detail, is this interesting enough to cover? Christopher was squinting to spot the difference.
I think it is interesting, and there's that question because it does say when creating a new news post, all templates will be grouped, and users will no longer need to select from a specific email-ready category, because the sentence before that, after this rollout, users sharing SharePoint news posts will have a greater opportunity to share those pages as fully rendered email instead of sharing as links. What that says to me, the way I'm reading that, is all news pages, when shared, are going to render in a friendly news form or friendly email format.
You should have written this message, because that's all they needed to say at that point.
I think
you're brilliant. It's like you've been doing this for years.
Maybe.
Yeah. Possibles.
It's
possible. Okay, so we're back to this again. Add an option. Possible. Yeah, let's go with possible today.
Possible.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Like plausible, but
right.
Possible. Next
Have
up.
you ever looked at the top of a can? thing is dirty.
Yeah, but what? What do you
Am I
mean?
supposed to put my mouth on that?
You know, that's a good point.
Right.
It could have been sitting in some dusty storage place before it made its way into a fridge. In this case, has it been sitting in your dusty storage place at home?
No,
No?
I don't know what's going
Right.
on. Anyway, let's move on. We could be here for a while.
We could.
Daniel looking at his drink
Can.
can. Okay. Outlook.
Yep. Outlook. Yeah, so new Outlook and Outlook on the web, not Outlook Classic. Use the Alt key to access key tips. I think this is trying to bridge that gap between, this is how we do it in classic Outlook. Oh, that sounded good. Now I'm jealous. How am I? I'll just do that.
Yes, bridging the gap.
Yep.
I'm not sure this is a thing, Daryl.
I'll just put it in there because they're all the pretty icons. But no, you're right. It's users who are accustomed to using only Alt to review key tips will see them. It's not a thing. That was easy, but it was
I
exciting.
mean, it's a thing, but I just don't think it's a big enough thing. Is what I'm saying.
It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Let's just delete the thing.
Unless
Oops,
the people that
is
are here, you know, think so. Christopher Rats walked over in the Gosh, now you're gonna make me sick drinking this.
You're drinking rats.
Come on. All right. Next
Next on
one.
a crack, you married a rat.
Okay, so this one's interesting. So last week, and if you people watching, we talked about this feature, rewrite feature in Edge,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember. Maybe Darrell can look this up on the comments of the last episode. Quickly while I keep talking,
Sure, I'll do that. That was a heavy hint.
is that someone came in and Darrell remember, I can't remember the name of the person, but said, "Hey, actually the rewrite is this," and I'm like, "Okay, I tried that, but it didn't work when before we were doing the show, and then I tried it again after this person posted it, and I'm like, oh yeah, it does work that way." So it's very frustrating because it said it had already released it, yet it wasn't working for us at all.
Mm-hmm.
But while we were covering that, we actually went to this compose and went, maybe this is what it's talking about, but it's not. There's no way it's talking about this, and it wasn't. But now they're getting rid of it. It's like, oh, this feature that I actually thought was kind of cool.
Helpful.
They're like, nope.
What's up
Getting
with
rid of
that?
it. I don't know.
That was a competing feature with ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
Using that as a compose. Is this now? No, you can't have that unless you pay for it. Is that what it is?
I think so because it was useful because you got to manage tone. You know, without now you could do that in chat. You know, make sure you do this with a tone of pretty please. You know, I tell everybody be really, really nice to Copilot because, you know, LLMs are like, you know, they get mad at you and then they're okay. Let's try something else. Like new. Have you had it tell you no new conversation?
I have had that
I'm
recently.
done. I'm done.
Oh my goodness, I
Yeah.
can't do that. I'm starting a new chat. Like,
Yeah, it's
hey,
like, I'm
hey,
done.
are you going to give me the option? I want to. There's a follow-up question I have here.
Yeah. Anyway, so I like it because you could, instead of having to say it in a complete sentence, you could just click a thing and go click,
Yep.
click, click, go to tell me do the thing. And now they're getting rid of it.
Yeah. I think that, and I put this in my list as well. There's another one that's related to this in the mobile space.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the next one up the list.
Yeah.
Which I think we could bundle together and address.
I think so.
Yep. So
This is
yippers.
see, and I think this is interesting. So if you're logged in with an intra ID, meaning a Microsoft 365 ID, basically, right?
Yep.
You don't get this feature.
No.
But if you're consumer, you do. And that's the same thing for the one you're just talking about, the one right above it. It's only for Enter ID people. So if you're in the business profile,
We'll take some functionality away from you unless you pay for the license,
right. But we'll give it to you for free on the consumer side.
just to get you hooked.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
there must be something else behind this. Like,
I think you're giving it too much credit.
well, I think it's actually what the kind of the what do we call it? Cheapskate methodology here that we had, where look, we can open it up over here and not have to pay for the full license and refer to content over here in Microsoft 365. So what we just showed, we might even be responsible for this, Daniel, for them pulling this capability out of Edge, because we just showed
let's
millions
not,
of subscribers.
Let's not. Come on, man.
And they thought, hey, that's a good point. We could make some money. Okay, enough of that.
Yeah, enough. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Well, the one further up the list is kind of a similar thing. It is Copilot in Edge mobile application is being retired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what they're talking about. No, it's the Edge application on mobile. You've signed in with your work ID.
Yep.
Well, sorry about that. We'd like to inform you that upcoming changes, we're not going to support that anymore. I mean, they'll have Edge still. You won't be able to use Copilot if you're signed in with your work account.
Yeah. I'm okay covering this. I think it's a quick one.
Yep. Yeah. Both of them are together.
Yep. Absolutely. What say you people who are here live? Are you okay with us covering that? That's why we do this. We want to listen to you.
Message.
So throw it in chat.
Maybe I'm to do this.
What?
No, I'm just thinking out loud.
Okay. The next one is notification in the activity feed when a meeting recap is ready. I love this. Now, I know the activity feed can be busy, and we can have a conversation about that. But I very much like this because on many occasions I have gone, okay, is the recap done? Like a minute later, and it's not, and I'm like, Urgh! And then I forget to come back to it. And I like this. Now, I'm not sure about the banner bit, but you can control that.
I'm sure you can.
Because there's a setting. That's a second screenshot, is you get to control whether you do activity and banner and all that. So I like this one. I think we should cover it. It's
yes.
But
I agree.
Now this is I guess a Teams premium message, right? So there is that. I'll pause here and say, this is what we typically do about paid features, is that we take a pause and we go, this is a paid feature, so do we cover it? Just making sure we're capturing all the peeps. But
meeting recap, yeah. Well, would this also cover? Because you do get something of a recap even if you're not licensed for Premium or Copilot, and that is, hey, your recording is ready.
Yeah. So
I think there was.
But this is the intelligent meeting recap is ready. Is intelligent meeting recap Teams Premium?
Or it just says meeting recap, but it is it intelligent recap is when the intelligent meeting okay, yeah. It is the Premium or the Copilot feature.
But I think we should cover it.
Yep. There. Yes. Okay. Self-servicing. New self-service purchase and trial settings. Um, what, that we can turn them on or off, make them available,
Yeah.
allow people to do that. It's just an
It's
admin feature, isn't it?
it's an admin feature that we've had via PowerShell. Now we're
Ah,
getting it in the GUI.
handy.
I
Tick the
agree with you,
box
definitely.
or the
Um,
check mark.
this is a maybe, I think, for me, but only because I, for me, I'm not
Mm,
saying no because um, this is a hot topic.
yeah.
The managing of self-service as well as things being released as PowerShell only. However, if it wasn't that, um, I don't know. Probably would say
Mm.
no. It's just bringing a new feature into GUI from PowerShell, but I feel like it's a big topic, so it's a maybe. It's not even a for me. What do you think?
Um, if it is, if we do cover it, it's short, and
Mm-hmm.
it's less about, hey, well, let's talk for 5 minutes about this box or this blob we can tick now,
Yeah.
or not. But yay, we're giving more capability for an admin and an organization to turn off the ability to request this new
Yeah.
license.
All right.
Um,
And remember,
maybe,
everybody, as we go through these messages, if you hate it, tell us. Say, don't cover that. That's silly. And if you love it and you want to hear more and have it on the show, tell us. That's why we do this live stream.
shorty. Yeah. On to the next one. Meeting participants.
Hold on a second.
What?
I was remembering something. We were talking
Yeah.
about something that was being talked about.
Okay, this is outside of the message center.
Yeah, it was something about a feature. Oh, managing licenses in Intra is going away, and you can only manage licenses for users in the admin center. Is this something that we
Oh.
haven't talked about this, but it's happening?
Huh.
Like, so I haven't seen a message about it.
Well, I saw someone had created some content around that,
Yeah,
and they'd posted it in LinkedIn as if to say, "Hey, remember how to do this? This is how you'll need to do it."
yeah. Which
I didn't know it was a message.
I don't think it is a message, but someone else confirmed that it's a thing. Like, we're not going to be able to manage licenses. And hey, everybody that's watching, throw it in the chat. Like, what is that?
Yeah, I'll try
Did
and
we miss
get
a
this up on
message?
another screen as well, because I remember seeing something like that on LinkedIn.
Yeah. That. So glad I remembered that because there was something bugging me. It was bugging me that I couldn't think of it.
Hmm. Uh, license assignment intra. Nah, that's a. Oh, Tony Redmond's got something about it. That'll do it. Shall we flash up his post there as a way of getting conversation going? We could
Sure.
do that.
Yeah, Christopher asked, what about license groups in Azure? I don't know. I do not know. Oh my goodness. Oh. Like, are you doing a search on live here? That would be fun.
No. No, I had the link.
Okay.
I just
All
dropped
right.
it in there. Ignore the ads. License assignment ceases in Intra Admin Center from September 1st. That's not
Yeah.
far away.
Yeah. See, it says Microsoft hasn't announced the change formally yet, but a notice posted it in the Intra Admin Center.
Yeah.
What? What?
Let's have a look at that tab. Oh, I thought I opened it in another tab. Open a new tab.
Intra ID.
Tab. Ah, there we go. Yeah. So if you visited the portal, it's it's happening very shortly.
Home.
You will only be available in the admin center.
Licenses.
Still be able to assign.
Okay, wait a minute. This is a bit crazy. Not there totally should be a message center post about this. Number one. Number two, you don't see this prompt unless you go into licensing. I'm looking at it live in my own intra portal. It doesn't show it at the top when you land. You have to go into licenses, and then it tells you. I mean, I kind of understand that a little bit, right? But this is kind of a big deal.
Maybe we don't see it in the message center because it's not impacting Microsoft 365.
Except that now you have to give a different permission for someone to see it, because now they have to go to the M365 Admin Center. I don't know the answer. This is a legit question. I do not know the answer to that. That's interesting. Okay.
They're still supporting PowerShell and using the graph to assign licenses.
Yeah. So if you have those permissions, great. Does that automatically give you permission in the M365 admin portal? I don't know. I don't know the associated permissions.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry to derail us. That was the thing I was thinking about when I asked you, and I couldn't remember it.
Oh. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Topic I derailed the conversation, people. Sorry about that.
So you should be. Okay, so onto our next message.
Breakout. Which
was breakout rooms. Meeting participants can choose a breakout room from the list. I think this opens up a different dynamic for how breakout rooms can be used. I really like this. Yeah, because at the moment, you've got to either set these rooms up in advance, which is good. Okay, you're designing your workshop to put together people purposefully for collaboration, or maybe you're organizing something like Big Brother and you're deliberately going for disruptive conversations. Either way, you're doing this ahead of time.
Yeah.
Or you've got to organize your breakouts live, randomly, or making people wait. But even better, set up the rooms, give people choices about which ones they want to go into. Here's the activities that are going to be published in those rooms. Love it.
I do too. I like this. Like you said, it opens up a lot of possibilities. What if you're running a training workshop or something, and you have some facilitators, and they, they go into different rooms for different topics, and I like this. I mean, that's just one idea of how to use this. I would think there could be many.
So that looks like join any open room. So you open them up, and you get to choose.
Yeah.
I think Ralph's pretty excited about that. The old Cameron Williamson, who's changed his names a few times.
I think he's
Babek Sharma or something.
I don't know, trying to avoid the law.
I still call him the I'm surprised you caught me working guy from the stock photos. Because it's like, whoa.
Okay, but see, here's the thing, Darrell.
Yeah.
I totally disagree. This is here it is. Okay, watch my reaction.
Yes.
Why am I in this meeting?
Oh no! Yeah. Okay.
Like he's looking, and he's typing,
he could give,
and he's like, "What?"
Yeah. Is the What do you want? Yeah.
I have to be in this meeting because my manager's here, but I don't want to.
Yep. We are covering this one, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeppers.
Just so you can talk about Cameron.
And again, this is something that may or may not affect you. Is this a thing? Well, how many of us are using Viva Amplify?
It's definitely it's a product that's targeted to communicators and
Yes.
those that are facilitating communications.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not the vast majority of people, for sure. That would be consuming. But
Yep. So the update.
but if we always go by that, then
Yeah.
we would never cover several things. So,
Correct. It is. I mean, the picture's not great. We should talk to someone now on that team.
yeah.
But the templates, and I have seen this live in my work environment. When you go to select a new template to send out a message, there are some video optimized templates available for you. So they're going to be a SharePoint page with a stream thing where you can, a web part where you can choose, this is the video that I want, and a few different layouts. And that is a good thing.
Yep.
Actually good to see some developments in the Amplify space. Yeah.
Agree.
Shall we cover it?
It's at least a maybe for me.
Possible.
I mean,
And
at least, because I think it's definitely a product that's maturing, as we watch, and getting there. And if you'll remember, when Viva Amplify was announced and we talked about it, I told everybody, this is the product I've been waiting years for, many years for. So we're seeing it, continue to grow. But if this was, that's the thing. The reason why it's a maybe for me is because when we talk about things that are there's a new template for this or that or whatever, we don't always cover those.
That's true. And it's also helping to show that there is growing value in a product that can be useful. Those that are using it, maybe some people are not using it, but they benefit from it because their organization might be.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you might start to see Viva optimized pages for messaging around video. I think, to be honest, you can create your own SharePoint, your own templates for Amplify, and you're quite welcome to pop in the video web parts at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. Is a maybe. We've got the maybe captured.
Yep.
Moving up to Copilot, supporting Copilot dashboard with organizational data. It's a bit of a dry topic, and there isn't a lot to see, but it's addressing, sure, we've got organizational data in Intra, of course we have, but there's additional things that might come out of a people and culture, HR type system that could be helpful and useful.
But this is about insights.
Yep. Specifically about.
So is this sneaking in a message of, hey, we're done?
What do you mean? Insights, we're done.
The rollout of the Copilot dashboard. Remember, and then there was by the way, you were changing it. You won't need a Viva Insights license to see the Copilot dashboard, right?
Right.
Is this, because it says, at the very top, excuse me, when this will happen, this rollout has completed. The rollout was previously communicated. So are they just sneaking in a message saying, instead of saying updating the previous message, is this just, hey, it's done? And if so, what up with that? Or is there new information here? This is what I'm asking.
Without Insights license can be uploaded. Tenants with Viva license Insights scenarios.
Org data. Wait a minute. This is weird. Why is this talking about Copilot dashboard? Because we talked about this also, being able to upload organizational data.
Mm.
Because remember it, if... Can't remember the scenarios we talked about, but we talked about this. Would not be used as part of Viva Insights scenarios. After this rollout, future data uploaded will flow to Viva Insights. If the tenant has the Viva Insights license.
Mm. The catch with this, in a practical sense, is it's still about uploading a CSV file. It's still about manually adding that organizational data.
Mm-hmm.
And that means, yeah, it could easily get out of date.
Yep. Yeah, and that is something we talked about
Mm.
on this was, you're going to have to...
Well, we've got a few messages already.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like a clarification on what we've already talked about. Two things we already talked about.
Yep. Nah, we've kind of covered this topic, haven't we? It's just, this is where to find it. All right. So we remove. And
skadoosh is something you used to say.
Skadoosh. I love the skadoosh. Skadoosh. The whooshy
Updates
finger.
to connections on the web. This one's interesting. Man, they really want you to use Viva Connections instead of SharePoint sites, apparently.
Yeah.
So,
What's happening here?
Basically, they're going to give you capability of turning... Well, here's the thing. Is it going to be default on or off?
What's default on? Because last week we were talking about removing the feed.
On by default. This is perfect. Oh, this is perfect, as in totally the wrong way to do this. So they're going to make it to where even if you're using Viva Connections and you're using SharePoint on your SharePoint home site, they're going to put a go to connections up there next to the site access and the following indicator, so that you click on it. Because remember we talked about you could get this was a new thing where you could get to Viva Connections in the browser instead of just being in Teams. Well, now they're going to add this link for you to click and go to that experience on your home site. And it's on by default.
That link will be there on by default.
Yep. At least they're allowing you to turn it off. However, it should not be turned on by default in the first place. But this is the, hey, everybody, quit using SharePoint.
Quit going to your intranet page if you want to use connections. In fact, why? Because you don't even have the feed there anymore. You have the dashboard. At least they've got that. How long are we going to see the dashboard available there?
Shh. Don't give them any ideas.
They've already got the ideas. We can see the trajectory. Let's be honest. All right. Yes, let's talk about it.
This is probably one of maybe two or three. I would say we have to cover this one.
Yeah. All right. We've got our list.
Well, there's quite a few.
If we could poll the 20,000 people that are watching us right now.
Okay, let's not lie. There's 12,200. Come on.
My crowds are bigger than yours, Daniel. Anyway. I think,
two of them are short, right?
Yep.
Those Edge ones.
Oh, yeah.
They're short and they're together. So those that are watching live, which one would you cut? Because it looks like we need to definitely cut one here, because those two count as one ish.
Admin center,
At least one we need to cut.
self-service, or the news templates.
Oh, the news templates. That one brings about some interesting questions.
The news templates one?
Yeah. Just the whole, and we talked about this earlier, which is
Yeah.
so every one of them is going to be a template that can be used as
An Outlook?
in an email. You know, when we do the share, it's going to do because if you remember, those email templates were one column
Yes.
pages, right?
Yep.
So what happens if they're all going to be capable of being emailed, and it's going to be pretty, basically. That's my word coming up with it. When I select, basic text with, or visual, which are the SharePoint page default, news templates, right? Standard templates. And I can do 3 columns or 2 columns or whatever.
Yeah.
When I say email, is it going to do the reorganizing
Yeah, I think so.
bit?
Much like it does on a mobile screen. It's
Yeah.
probably going to follow that pattern.
That's a very good question that I don't think we have an answer to.
Well, let's just put that as a yippers, and then our recommendation from our long-time supporter, Christopher, says to drop the Viva Amplify video templates.
Okay. That's what we get.
All right.
Not what we get. I mean, that's what you get. If you speak up, you attend live and you speak up, then
That's
you get
right.
to
Shaping the
changes.
show, choosing the messages, deciding what we will deliver.
Are there any others that we should cut? I mean, it's not that we don't
1, 2,
have
3,
to have that
4,
many.
5, 6, 7. But
Right
I mean,
now we have-
these 2 shorties
Right.
are combined.
Right. So, sure, we've got 6, basically, if you combine
Yep.
those two. But we don't have to.
I think we got enough to talk about there.
No,
We don't need to
we've
cut
got
anything.
enough. I'm just saying we don't have to have that many.
Is there something that you'd like to talk about for 10 minutes on a soapbox here, Daniel? Just take up more of the show? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm talking about less. Like we could cut
Yeah.
another message.
Do you have something planned after our recording session? You just
No,
want to
that's not
shorten
what-
up.
That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm
No,
just,
okay, yeah. Yeah, you're fair. You're fair. Look, no, I'm interested in all of those things and chatting.
I mean, I think the only one I would maybe consider is the self-service thing, and that we've said
true.
that's going to be a short. But
Yeah.
if we stick, here's my thing. Here's what I would say. If we stick to it being actual short, then okay.
How do we make a message like that longer though?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
We've always got something to talk about because we're.
We could totally make any message turn into a 30-minute conversation.
A whole show.
Yeah.
Let's dive into the ethics around allowing people to choose the services that they want and requesting a trial.
Okay. I'm okay with that as long as we
Keep it short.
as long as we do what we're supposed to and keep it short.
Yeah. Okay. We have our list. If there's anything that you specifically want Daniel to cover or I, you know
Nope,
how to.
we're not doing that.
We made so much money last week. Roll 20.
Please. You lost money.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
I
did.
donated to a good cause.
But then they took their fee. So.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to cover in this?
Oh,
I'd
shoot.
like to,
I forgot we had yet another thing we have to talk about.
What?
We have to
Assign.
assign them.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to talk about this one.
Yep. I think the intelligent recap thing, you sounded quite keen on that one too.
Sure. Yep. I'll do that one.
Okay. I could do the news templates one.
Okay. I will make sure this one's short. Can you do the combined edge ones?
Yep. Okay.
What? You don't think I can, or?
No. No, you just set me up for failure by saying you got to do those other two short.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And
Fine.
I'll be asking you questions. See if you can deflect my questions and still keep it short.
Yeah, I can do that. You know that I don't listen to you properly.
Oh, I know that.
I try. No, we will have some fun with that.
Yeah.
This is the show. It's good.
I think so.
You can add some notes there. What were the notes?
I just clicked in the cell.
Oh, okay. Like kind of a safe idling, parking kind of way.
Correct, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us. That was the message sorting room. We talked about all kinds of things.
Yeah.
But we're going to go away now and record the show. And we look forward to seeing you in the comments as well.
Absolutely.
We'll do this again next week. Oh, what's happening next week, Daniel, for you?
Oh, yeah, I'll be in Washington, D.C. at TechCon 365 doing a workshop, half-day workshop with Joanne Klein, another Microsoft MVP. We're doing collaboration and compliance. So we're talking Viva and Teams and Purview and all sorts of things. And then I'm doing a session on keeping up with change, which of course we'll be talking about the show. And then I'm doing a session on something else. I can't remember what it is right now. And then I'm doing co-presenting too with Emily Mancini, who is another Microsoft MVP. And her and I are doing, it's Copilot and content and all sorts of search and all sorts of topics. So if you're at, and I'll say this on the show, but if you're at the conference, make sure you come see me, because I'll have stickers and I will show.
Come on, get them. You got to get your little torch out as well so that you can. He did this for me before. He's like, see, I've got this nice blingy part about the picture, or rather the sticker, and so he shined his light. Huh?
For those that, for the people here live, for our really dedicated people, and I'll show you these limited edition stickers.
Let me stop sharing the screen here so people can see.
These are sparkles, and they're what did I say? They're sparkles, but they're hallucinating. It's not the right word. Holographic.
Hallucinogenic.
They're special. Like, this is the first time ever they're offered. Look at the 365. It's all glittery and stuff. So if you're there, come see me, and you get you can get a sticker. Love to talk to you. So next week we will not be going live on Friday late afternoon, U.S. time, Saturday morning, New Zealand, and all those other people. Are there anybody that live near you, near your country, other than those that are in the...
Yes. There's a reasonably large island off to the west.
Islands.
Yeah.
I mean, how big can an island be?
Continental.
Anyway, so we're going to be doing it. The current plan is to do it the next day. So Saturday U.S. time, and Sunday for all of those folks in that hemisphere. So just be looking out for that. We'll schedule that up and announce that out.
Great. All right. See you next week. Those who tune up.
Yep. thank you very much, and watch the show. Don't forget to watch the show when it's released on Monday.
All right.
Bye, everybody.